Hi everybody, it's Dorothy Kilty from Raccoon Alley Creations on YouTube, and I'm gonna have fun today. So Margarete Miller has a group called the Art Collective on Mighty Networks, and every month she sends out a newsletter, and there's a couple projects in there. One of them, well, there's three actually. There's her weekly challenges, which also appear on the Facebook webpage and in the collective. There is a, what's it called? You take 3 items and make a collage using those 3 items. And then there's another one that changes every month. And this one is something we exchange. Well, this month, what it is making library pockets and decorating them. Now, she had this template all ready for us to go, which I printed on like a lightweight, light colored cardstock, and I've inked the edges on all of them. So all I need to do is glue these together and decorate them. So I'm going to start by playing with one, and then I have some vintage library cards. So what I thought I'd do is I created a template for this card, and I'll be stamping some dates on it just for authenticity and maybe even signing some names. But I made them so that they match. So this book is La Brava by Elmore Leonard, and it came out in 1983. So, so what I thought I'd do is I'd make a pocket, I would decorate it, and then all these two would go in the pocket. And so that would be what I'm sending with someone. So obviously I need to decorate this and this. I could decorate the back, but I don't think I'm going to. But I do think I'm going to do something to these to kind of pull them together, okay? So I have a number stamp, and it is, watch me get this backwards. So I'm going to put 3/18, and the date I'm going to use to start is going to be 83, since it came out in 83. Okay, so 3/18/83, and so I'm going to stamp this in a couple places, and I'm going to do it in a couple of colors. So here we go with this one. Hi, honey, I'm filming. And then I'm going to put 3/29/83. Okay, and then let's make one for 84 and make it 3/24. Oh, let's do this one black. You know, mix up the colors a little bit. That's always fun. Now, if I don't think these look enough like dates for what I'm doing, then sometimes I'll just take this and put a little dot, 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 dot. Okay? So there I've got a few dates stamped on there. Now, libraries work different ways. Sometimes they had, were dates and you signed your name. And then sometimes they just had a whole bunch of dates there. And sometimes they're very small. They have, for lots of dates, so they don't have to change the cards out. So, but for me, for this one, I am going to stick with just 3 dates and just the dates, okay? Now, I have a lot of different things that I like to do when I'm collaging, but one of the things I like to do, and what I did on this is I have some dictionary pages, and I looked for the word book. This has got book sizes here, all along this sheet right here. And on the back, we have an, apparently it goes on to the next page, so that's okay. Okay, so I think that these are really fun, these little tables to put on them. And then I also like the actual word book. Now, in this case, the book is right here at the top. But one of the things that I like to do is use Scotch tape to either take things off or to highlight certain names or words on the pages. Now, here's my Scotch tape. So the way this works, here on this one, I have the word library, and this is a definition of library here. And then there's also other things. Here's library paste and stuff. So if I just want to highlight library, I might take and put some tape on here, and then when you pull the tape off, it lifts the words if you press it down. So what's left is the word library, and there's actually library in a couple places. Now, the other thing that you can do with this, and I do this a lot of times if I'm doing pockets or something, is I might take, so say this was going to be folded into a pocket, okay? I'm going to fold this into a pocket, and this was going to fold up, say, and do something, or I was going to glue this onto a back of a page to make a journaling card. Okay, so I might take this and I'm going to stick the tape down in rows. So I'm doing this fairly randomly. I'm kind of missing a little bit, but coming down. Okay, you probably can't see where the tape ends up, but I can. And I don't want these necessarily to be perfectly spaced. This is handmade, and sometimes handmade things are not perfectly spaced. Now I'm going to take, this is vintage photo, and I'm just going to go over this around like this, and you can see it doesn't take very well where the tape is in place, but it goes around the edge. Okay, we'll just color it up really good because I want you to see this. Now, when I go back, you want to make sure that that tape has really been rubbed down well. If you don't have a bone folder, you can just take a scissors, or this is a rotary cutter with an end, and just go over it like this. Okay, and now we're going to take and pull the tape off. Silly, silly Dorothy. I usually leave an end, fold the end over so that I have something to grab like this. Okay. And now when I pull this off, you can see that the tape comes off. And the places where I put the where I use the ink, kind of makes lines. So now you're using your book page, you've got some of the words on it, maybe you've highlighted certain words for the, for effect. And now you take this tape off, and off comes the words. And then this tape, now you've got this tape, and this is cool to put on and to use for your collages and things. So, this really kind of does a double duty. You are taking a little bit of the page off, so it probably weakens it a little bit. And so that's why I like to use it glued onto the back of a pocket or a card or something. So now you could also do the same thing with the opposite effect. Oh, come on. Always fold the edge under a little bit. I got impatient because I'm filming, and you know, that just doesn't do. You've got to remember your steps, even when or maybe especially when you're filming. Okay, so now you can see you've got little writing areas there, kind of cool little writing areas with the scraps of paper. There we go. Thank goodness I have fingernails today. Now I like it like that, when you can kind of see the words. They're not completely gone, but there. So now you can see on the back of a tag or a journaling card that gives you places to write, but it also is highlighted. Now, here's the word librarian. And so I'm going to kind of do a different thing. This time I'll remember to fold the tape under like that. So if I take the word librarian here and I put the tape on and push it down and pull it off, now I've got the word librarian, and I can use that on my collage and just add that word. So I have all these things over here that I can add on and do something with. So, okay, I do like having book pages as one of my backgrounds. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one, which is, you know, library, the definition of library. Okay, I'm going to start with this here. I'm going to tear off this edge of the page, although look at this little divot that this huge library has, this huge book has. And I'm going to ink the edges. Now, when I started inking this, my pad was getting a little dry, and so I sprinkled a little water on it so it could go. So now let's see, if I put that like that, okay, and then I have some stamps. These say religious freedom, but they have this, you know, the book and the pen on, which I think is very cool. Okay, so we have those. And I think maybe I'll just take one of these and I'll put it up here, but I'm going to, this is going to be a background, so I'm going to mostly cover it. Okay, it's just a way of pulling the library text in with this. Okay, here we go, because we want a little something up there. And I have these pretty stamps. So this is the ability to write, the root of democracy. Just love these stamps. Okay, so if I put one of those up there, I like that. We've got this here and this. But then I want to add something completely different to it. So over here, I've got some like butterflies and maybe some flowers. Where did the flowers go? These are stickers from the antiquarian sticker book. So I'm rough tearing them. When I actually take them off the page, they'll come out fairly neatly. So what if we, you know, keep it pretty simple. Okay, let's pull this up here a little bit. I'm going to I'm just tearing around this stamp. I'm not trying to take it off. Sometimes I do take them off, but so if we go like this, And then we put this flower here. Let's go ahead and start with that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this little stamp up here. Okay. We're going to put this here. So here I'm gluing. Okay, so I want this down here a little bit. We'll put this, I think that I'm going to put this here. Just because I want the word library to show up. So there we have this. And now, if we put this over here, okay, and if I just tear this off here, okay, so we'll start with that. I'm going to take this and put it up here like this. And we will put another one of these stamps on. Let's see. This way. Okay. Okay, and now I've got, this is going to go in as well into this folder, and I want to pull it together too. So let's take this piece here that I pulled out the word librarian, and put it, now I could trim this tape off, but I'm okay with that. Sometimes a little bit, and well, maybe you can see it here. You can see a little bit of the distress ink that I, rubbed over things. So that's kind of cool. I have this drywall tape. I love using this drywall tape. It just, with the holes and stuff, it makes such a cool pattern. And I'm going to now, when I pull this apart, sometimes, if it's torn roughly, you don't really have a lot of glue. So even though this has got a pretty good glue on it, I sometimes dab a little more glue around the edges just to make sure it happens. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it like this. It's going to be a little bit of a tab on it just for the fun of it. Okay. And then let's see, what are these? This is just kind of totally unrelated, other than the fact that it's a little bit of it's not a postage stamp, it's a bird stamp. But I'm going to put it over here. I think that'll be pretty. And just this blue on the stamp kind of goes with the pansies. So I am still kind of pulling things together. Put the librarian right there. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I have these stamps, which are supposed to be handy, but here we go. So I think this is a cool set of stamps. It has a variety of things on it. I may have gotten this in a Christmas swap. But you can see we've got a pen with the ink, and here's the nib to the pen, which is cool. We have a little stamp. There's a little bit of writing on it and a postcard. So a lot of different elements that all kind of have to do with writing. And as far as I'm concerned, libraries have to do with writing as well. So I am going to take, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. Get it off. You know, new stamp set doesn't want to let go. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put it on here. Okay, and I am going to take green. We have some green here. So I'm going to take some green off of this pad. And go right across here. Okay? And now, let's do the same thing on this, because that kind of helps pull them together. Okay? So now we have this, and this, and this. I'm going to take a different stamp, but I'll use the same green color. Let's see. I don't think I want an autograph, although there's a cool autograph there. Okay, we're going to take this green. Okay, and I'm going to put it across up here. And then I'm also going to take the vintage photo and go over this. Okay, and then I think we'll take, got that, we've got that. You know, I think we're gonna take the, I just hate being so messy sometimes. Oh, here it is. I think we're going to take the feather and go right like this. Okay, well, that's what we're getting. Okay, so there's number one. So I am going to be doing, I'm swapping at least 4. So I'm going to do 6 of these. I'm not going to do them all in front of you, but you guys get the idea of the kinds of things I'm going to do. And I will post a picture when I'm done. Thank you.